back to Frank here. So how is a judicial officer held to a higher standard? So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a higher standard, but there are certain ethics that they must follow. And probably the most frustrating thing for fathers and really parents in general going through the family courts isn't necessarily unethical judges. It's that the current standard in place in 48 states and the District of Columbia is the best interest of the child. And what exactly does that mean? And the states are very vague on that. And so when you sit back and you take a look at it, to be able to appeal a case, to be able to hold the judge accountable, they essentially right now can point to, I made that decision because it was in the best interest of the child. And that's going to be something that's going to be really, really hard to overturn on appeal. That's going to be really hard to report them to the judicial ethics entity in your state, because the best interest of the child is so discretionary and so broad. So there are definitely standards. Family court tends to sit in this gray area, and then that best interest of the child standard really makes things difficult. And then you pair that with everything kind of being cloaked under seal. Like, one of the things I would love to see in terms of advocating for equal and shared parenting, I would love to see statistics on judges, and you could break these down in several ways. But in terms of, okay, when they make decisions on custody, how much goes to mom, how much goes to dad on average? When there's a domestic violence case in front of them, how often do they grant the TRO into a permanent restraining order? How often do they not? And then you could even break it down by race and different things like that, so we could see a strike percentage of judges. I think that right now they're kind of hidden by kind of the cloak of darkness in terms of everything sealed in family court. So there are standards, but there's just everything so vague and so gray area in family law, it makes it next to impossible. But we have seen there are stories every month that come out about judges getting disciplined. I think as the proliferation of groups such as this and many others have allowed for fathers to connect and understand, and we see more about judges getting overturned for their bad decisions. So there's more coming. The internet's kind of put some light on these issues, but until there's major reform that kind of lifts the cloak on judges and their decision making, you're probably not going to see much change.